Assalamualaikum learners, how are you? I hope you are fine and safe at your homes. I am Rahila, your history and geography teacher. Class 6, unit number 2, it's your 8th lecture. Learners, open your book, page number 6. This is unit number 2. The topic is Ancient Egypt of Pharaohs. Now we start reading. Nearly 5,000 years ago, an ancient civilization existed along the river Nile in Egypt, just as the Indus Valley civilization existed around the river Indus. The river Nile is nearly 4,000 miles long and is the longest river in the world. The White Nile rises from Lake Tanganyika in southeast Africa and runs south to north through Tanzania, Uganda, and Sudan, where it is joined by the Blue Nile, which rises from Lake Tana in Ethiopia. The delta of the Nile is on the Mediterranean Sea. The Nile is flanked. Flanked means to have something on both sides by deserts on both east and west, and there are forest, grasslands, and highlands in the south. The next topic is the importance of the river Nile. Ancient Egyptians found many uses for the river Nile. When spring came around, the water ran down the mountains and flooded the Nile and surrounding areas. And when it receded means withdraw, moved back. It left fertile soil on the banks where the ancient Egyptians grew crops. The river also provided them with fresh water for drinking and bathing, and it was also used for transportation of goods, making trade flourish. Flourish means grow in volume and number. Along the shores of the Nile grew a reed like plant called papyrus, which was used for making paper. The river banks provided materials for buildings, cotton, and flax. Flax means a plant whose fiber is used to make linen, a soft, warm fabric were grown for cotton, fabric, and linen. The people enjoyed a prosperous lifestyle because of the Nile. Egyptians were mostly priests, scribes, craftsmen, and farmers. Administration under the pharaohs. The ruler of Egypt was called the Pharaoh, and he owned everything in the land. He was helped by an organized army, a police force, and a huge number of ministers and government officials to run the country. The Pharaoh had a vizier or prime minister who reported to him daily on what was happening all over Egypt. The vizier was also the chief justice, and people came to him if the lower courts could not handle their problems fairly. This system of government carried on successfully for hundreds of years, but we also hear two cruel and harsh rulers among them. Learners, on this page there is a map which shows the Nile Valley. The fertile irrigated area on either side of the river Nile is shown within the dotted lines. And in figure 2.2 the statues of Ramses II and other pharaohs at the Abu Simbel temple. Learners, now open page number 7. The ancient Egyptians were polytheists, worshipping many gods. Many thesis believers in God. They had nearly 2,000 gods and goddesses who usually had animal heads. Temples were built to worship them, and the space was used for other purposes, too, such as a school for children and for gathering and festivals by the people. The next topic is hieroglyphs. The Egyptians called hieroglyphs the words of God, as these were used primarily by the priest. These painstakingly drawn symbols were suitable for decorating the walls of temples too. Hieroglyphs are written in rows or columns and can be read from left to right or from right to left. The direction in which the text is to be read is defined by the direction of the human or animal figures that always face the beginning of the line. The upper symbols are read before the lower ones. Egyptian civilization came to be known for its writing as they wrote everything down and kept records. They used papyrus as well as the temple and pyramid walls for writing. At first, they used pictures known as hieroglyphs, but it take too long to write like that. So they created a new form of writing called demotic, coming from the spoken language. Archaeologists discovered how to read demotic writing but could not read the hieroglyphs. Discovered how to read demotic writing but could not read the hieroglyphs till the Rosetta Stone was discovered 200 years ago. It had the same story written on it in Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphs. Scholars and experts thus managed to read the picture writing form and decipher the hieroglyphs. On this page in figure 2.3 you can see the Horus was the god of the river, the land and power, and in figure 2.4 a sample of hieroglyphs with matching alphabets to show sounds. Learners, now turn page number 8. Papyrus is a thin paper like material produced from the pith, inner part of the papyrus plant which grew the abundance in the Nile Delta of Egypt. Papyrus is first known to have been used in ancient Egypt, but it was also used throughout the Mediterranean region. Ancient Egyptians used this plant as a writing material and also for boats, mattresses, mats, rope, sandals, and baskets. Papyrus was first manufactured in Egypt as far back as 3000 BCE. It is made from the stem of the papyrus plant by cutting out the sticky, fibrous pith in long strips, soaking it and then pressing it down and gluing it in two layers to make a thick paper. Its use in Egyptian continued until it was replaced by more inexpensive paper introduced by Arabs. The next topic is the pyramids. People today are fascinated by the temples and pyramids of ancient Egypt. The sheer size and the precision of their construction is amazing, especially because they were built at a time when people did not have the machines as we have now to help in completing the building. The Egyptians believed in a life after death and prepared for it physically as well as spiritually. Pyramids, which are counted as one of the seven wonders of the world, are the huge tombs built by pharaohs for themselves. The Egyptians used the art of mummification to bury their dead. The bodies were carefully embalmed. Embalmed means treated with herbal medicines in order to preserve, and wrapped up in cloth bandage to preserve them. The huge tombs also contained goods including grains and honey, which they might need in the afterlife. They also made models of objects of everyday life to be buried with them, such as toys, clothing, and jewelry. The pharaohs and their relatives were the best preserved, and the most famous mummies are those of pharaohs Tutankhamun, Seti I and Ramesses II. Learners, in figure 2.5, the Khafre pyramid is guarded by the Sphinx, a mathematical creature with the lion's body and a large human head, carved from a mound of natural rock at Giza. Now open page number 9. On this page there is a picture, figure 2.6, the Egyptian systems of counting. The Egyptians invented the decimal systems of counting. They used 7 different symbols. 1 was represented by a single stroke, 10 was shown by drawing one hubble strap used to tie an animal's feet, 100 was shown by drawing one coil of rope, 1000 was represented by a drawing of one lotus plant, 10,000 was shown as one finger, 1 lakh was represented by a drawing of an frog, a hieroglyphic image of 6 frogs in a row would mean 6 lakh. 10 lakh was represented by the figure of a god with raised arms. Learners, on this page in figure 2.7, you can see the ancient Egyptian obelisk note on hieroglyphs on it. Learners, do reading carefully, underline the difficult words, learn vocab and write on loose sheet. Take care. Allah Hafiz.